Hey, today is the day. You can see by the t-shirt, today is the day for Batman Unmasked. Now, this exhibition has never been seen before in the UK. There's a lot of genuine articles from over in America from the Warner Brothers archive. They're on show here in Manchester for 6 weeks, and we're going to go down and see just what there is today. With that being said, we're not going to hang around. It's an hour and a half to Manchester, and we'll see you there. And you've got a chance for a nice little photo op before you go in. Looks like we're in for a bit of a pre-show before we go into the exhibition. For a pre-show area, it's got some nice little details.
First appeared in 1939, the Time Western hit 1966 series, to the latest Caped Crusader, portrayed by Robert Pattinson in Batman. The image of Batman is reinvented.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh,
yeah. I'm sorry, I completely forgot to tell you how to start your adventure.
Okay.
Can you guys see a bat statue anywhere in the room?
What? Welcome to Batman Unmasked. Please go through.
Wow. I'm already geeking out. I love the fact that they've clearly created a news video specifically for Manchester up here. So, pretty damn incredible, and we've just walked through the door. Everything here they have confirmed is not a replica, it's 100% genuine actor-used props directly from the set. They're all from the Warner Brothers archive, which means everything here has just got that level of authenticity that you wouldn't find at other exhibitions. So this is the Drifter costume that was worn by Robert Pattinson in the latest Batman film. Not particularly my favourite film, to be fair, but still. And then this is obviously the Batcycle used by Robert Pattinson as well. An authentic Ben Affleck Batarang. You can tell the clear distinction in styles of movies with the incredibly comic book Michael Keaton Batarang versus the Ben Affleck one, which was based in a little bit more realism and grittiness. So despite a couple of issues when we first got here, which we'll tell you about at the end, it's actually really well set up. So not just the actual event itself, but if we zoom out, you'll be able to see, because it's in this iconic old station building, the old train station, it's got that old Gotham kind of feel to it. And now that they've added the smoke as well, it's a really good environment to actually host all of this in. But some of the incredible Cowls, we've got Michael Keaton's, Val Kilmer's, you got George Clooney's. Now I hope we've got the suit here because I've been looking forward to seeing the bat nips. Christian Bale's, which has a huge mouthpiece. The Dark Knight Rises cowl, probably the best Batman film there's ever been. And this is the Batman vs Superman Ben Affleck. I can already see this. I'm sorry, as iconic as this actually looks, all I can think of when I see it is just someone screaming, Martha! That's Robert Pattinson's, that's the more sort of authentic, gritty, real one. That one actually looks quite disturbing. In fact, when they've not got faces in, they all look really disturbing. But and this is the invisible Batman's cowl. I like that. So this is Will Arnett's Batman cowl from the Lego movie. And that's an excellent little thing just to put in here. And for me, this is just the most iconic Batman there is. Christian Bale. The Nolan movies just got the Batman character so right. And the movies just had a tone about them, especially The Dark Knight Rises. Phenomenal films. And then you've got Robert Pattinson, which is very much soaked in like gritty realism. It's as if you'd be able to make all this stuff at home yourself. Whole range of bat belts. Now I don't know whether they've either not turned the lighting on or the lighting's not working, so these might be a little hard to see, but they are incredible. And again, my eye goes straight to the Christian Bale stuff. Really impressed with this so far. Not with the organisation to start with, but with the actual experience itself. Brilliant. So there is a warning sign here, not to enter the next room for a good 1:40. It's good that they have these holding rooms here so things aren't spoiled, people aren't rushing and crowding. So there is a little pre-show before you come into it which does explain that everything here is real, 100% real, all from the movies, all actor worn and actor touched, nothing is a replica, 100% authentic from the Warner Brothers archives themselves, which is the first time ever here in the UK, so well worth coming to see. The waiting to enter the new room and the smell of the PVC and smoke makes me feel like I'm about to go into a scare maze. There we go. Go.
Did I scare you? Sorry. An overwhelming void that consumes everything. Darkness can be scary at first. It can take many forms and lurks, and our minds play tricks, conjuring terrors from the depths of our subconscious. From the darkness we start to see glimpses of clarity. Flashes of understanding, bursts of insight, like lightning illuminating a stormy night. These moments of clarity guide us, utterly insane.
This very much feels like Joker. villains. No one cared who I was till I put on the mask. Tell you, things must have got a little cold for Uma Thurman. Cillian Murphy's character in The Dark Knight was just completely underrated. He could have been such a better villain than he was. Not enough time to develop him. With iconic lines in the movie, Silla's chill out. And what's the other one? Nice to see you. Mr. Freeze was definitely an absolutely brilliant character. And we've even got Arnold's Mr. Freeze slippers when we went full on comic book for the movies. Now this is a proper geek out moment for me. Obviously we've been around replicas, we've seen copies of it all over the place, just with little bits added to normal vehicles, but the actual full-on Tumbler used by Christian Bale in The Dark Knight, Batman, The Dark Knight Rises, this is incredible. It's not often that I'm lost for words, but this is phenomenal. This thing is just magnificent. Absolutely bloody geek out moment. So I think that is it for the props now, but there does look to be a little bit of something afterwards. But to end on that Tumbler, wow, speechless. So just looking around when you're in here, there does look to be plenty of photo opportunities around. A little, I don't know whether it's the actual film or some trailers that you can watch. A Batman Scalextric, as well as some professional green screen photography. I'll just show you around. So you've got the green screen photographs over here. A Scalextric. You've got some children's colouring and Batman toys. Some sort of video to watch with headsets to make sure you can hear through the noise, as well as photo opportunities, comic books, and there's even a couple of PlayStation 5, so even when you're finished, the experience isn't quite over. So you're essentially climbing up a building where one of you has to lay down and one of you has to climb up. Extremely funny watching Lucy try and get up off the floor, because if I did it, I certainly won't be getting up off the floor. You've got a range of comic books over here where you can sit down in a semi-quiet corner to read the comic books, and then you've got a final photo opportunity here as well. Well, I think for the best part, that's the experience over, but I'm making use of this cool lighting behind me to talk to the camera. Now, I think there actually is a little bit more when we come out here, because I believe there is some exclusive merchandise that you can buy when you're here. So we'll take a look at that. Obviously, there's professional photos which you're getting taken as well. They're going to be an upcharge when you get to the end. But we'll take a look and we'll see what it's like. See if any of them are worth it. So, what you can actually do is, you've got your QR code that they give you right at the start. That gets scanned when you're taking your photos, and they've got these self-serve kiosks at the end where you scan your QR code, have a look at your photos. I like that. And what other ones do you get? You get your normal green screen ones, which are okay. So, and then as ever, you enter or you exit through the gift shop, where you can buy a whole range of merch. Now, it's supposed to be exclusive merch, but well, some of this might be. Some of these though, I've not seen before. These are quite nice for the little ones if you've got one. This will be the exclusive gear for the event, so 85 years of Batman. First appeared in Detective Comics issue 1 in 1939. Funko Pops, and if you're clever enough, you can get down just to the bottom here where you can actually see, hidden behind there is a Chase Oswald Cobblepot. Now if you're a collector, you'll know that the chases down there actually go for a lot more money if you sell them on eBay. But I don't collect anymore, so I'm not going to grab that one. So some of these are nice. Like I like the design on this one down here, apart from the 85 years in there. If it was just the design of the Bat logo, I think that's really good. This one's nice, I do like it. The parking I'd recommend as well, so bear in mind, just here is the entrance to where you get into the Batman exhibition. So we are parked here. So literally just around the corner. There's a pay meter here. Right, so we were going to go into Freight Island, which is an incredible food and drink place just for some lunch, but it's actually only open on Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, which is not today. So we're going to skip past that, and we are currently just having a little walk in Mayfield Park, which is attached to the Mayfield depot, just to do a bit of an outro and let you know how it went. Depot Mayfield is an incredibly old building, built in 1910 as the original train station. It was converted into a Royal Mail depot in the 80s before now becoming an event and arts centre in the mid 2010s through until now. So we had the opportunity to speak with George, the producer from Luna. He's the producer of the event, as well as Chris, who is from Warner Brothers, also dealing with the event. Both absolutely lovely gentlemen, and I give the same feedback to them now. The event started out as a complete shit show to me. The event started out really bad because it's an old building, had some flooding, there was delays. It's the first ever event on the day, and so we were scheduled to go in at quarter past 10. We eventually got into the actual building at 10:35, so we were 20 minutes waiting outside. It wasn't raining then, by the way, so can't complain about that. And then after that, we then went directly into the event itself, which took around 20 minutes to go through the initial security, to go through into the start of the event, where we were held for even longer. So all in all, it was around an hour from the start time before we actually got into the event itself. Now there's no toilets, there's no seating, there's nothing sort of accessible at the very start of the event for people that potentially needed it. And I have to say, I was all ready for doing a terrible review, for saying, you know, this is a shit show, I'm not happy, it's quite an expensive day. However, exactly the same feedback as I give them. When I went in there, everything I'd experienced up until that point, it just completely disappeared. What an experience. Now, it's not just a couple of replica items that are on show. This is 100% genuine, movie used articles. This stuff hasn't been seen in a long time, especially in the UK. And to be there on the first day, seeing all of it were incredible. You had suits used by the likes of Christian Bale, Robert Pattinson, Val Kilmer. You had the cowls, the belts, the props, and then at the very end you had the iconic Tumbler as well. It just was incredible. As an absolute nerd and DC and Marvel geek, you'll be able to see from the tattoos all over my body, this was just a dream for me. I nerded out all the way through, and I can't recommend it enough now. I think it came to around £26 a person with the booking fee to be here. It's a little bit more expensive on the weekends, I believe, but 100% is that worth it. You have the building itself, because it's so old, really lends to the experience. It feels like you're in Gotham, and the smoke effects that they're adding, I don't think they're specifically using smell pods, but maybe that old building and the items that they've got in there, as well as the smoke, just there's a smell to it as well, which gives that feeling of being somewhere quite dingy, somewhere quite grimy, like being in Gotham. The lighting effects that they were using, and some of the little shows, the room that you went into that had the Joker scene in there, where there was just the bed, the Joker cards and the projection mappings on the wall, the way that they used mirrors in the Poison Ivy set, it was all absolutely incredible. I cannot recommend coming down to do this enough. If it was up to me, I'd be back tomorrow to do it again. Now, it is only here for a 6-week period. Today's its first day. It's 6 weeks here in Manchester at the Mayfield depot, and then it moves on to London. So if you're up north and you don't fancy that long drive down, get yourself down here to the depot Mayfield and get yourself on to Batman Unmasked, the Batman experience, because it is bloody fantastic. With that being said, that's us done for today from the iconic Depot Mayfield and the Batman experience. If you like what you've seen today, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below just who your favourite Batman is.